Before you hire a virtual assistant, ask yourself one question. Are you about to pay someone to copy information between systems all day? And because that's probably what AI has been designed to do. The very first thing to do before you hire a VA is to automate the processes that are repetitive. So, as an example, people will typically bring an AI on board if they have a lot of emails that come in or a lot of input, maybe phone calls, and they want to gather that information, copy that information into another system that's a CRM system, and then create tasks, create agenda, create meeting notes, and then send follow-ups and potentially book meetings. Now, if you listen to what I just said, that's a workflow. It's not one job. So if it's a workflow and something that can be defined as clearly as I've just defined the different components of the workflow, then that's really prime for AI and for automation. So that's what you automate, not bring a VA to do these things, because right now the technology is there to do all of that for us. So imagine you've got a VA on the left hand side who's got a spreadsheet or got emails coming in, and their job is to take info from your spreadsheet or from your email into a spreadsheet and then put it in some shared drive somewhere. That's no longer a function that a human needs to be doing. AI can do that. So we've got AI that can read your inquiries, extract information, move things into your CRM or into your special database, draft a response, create a follow-up, and then alert the team or do whatever you want. So let me show you an example of some automation that I've built. Now, this is an email categorizer and it's a web scraper as well. Now, how does it work? Now, the premise behind this solution is that there are different types of emails that come into the inbox. And from within the inbox, we want to treat each email differently. And each email might contain information that is useful for other things. So, as an example, we get an email, we get different types of emails. Some emails are just Google alerts. What do we want to do with those Google alerts? What we're doing is we receive the Google alert. Within the email, which is the Google alert, there are multiple links for different news articles for the day. So we take that email, take the content of the email, we parse what's inside that email and extract all of the links. And then from those links, we then browse to the link and pull out information. So what we're doing with that is we're using it to generate content. We extract the website content and then use AI to parse that information and convert it to something that's more useful to us and that's more useful to the client's customers. So in this case, this is what we built. Then we have different other email categories. And how do we know the categories? There's the AI piece here that reads the content and reads the subject, and then from the subject it works out what kind of email it is. And if you look here at the different categories that we extract, we've got alerts, we've got AI news. This is AI specific news, and we put that into a database. Here, this is solopreneur news, put that into a different draft. That's an example route. And then look at this. We extract invoices. And from the invoices, we extract the payments and the numbers and the content. And we use that to build a separate database to determine what payments get made later. And then we've got a catch-all for every other kind of email. And we send a message to somebody on Slack. So and that Slack group could be a group of multiple people who are working together within a business. So this is something that many years ago would have required a VA to do all of this. But now you've got AI that can do this automatically. So you don't have to worry whether it's happening at midnight, somebody taking day off or doing whatever. You know that AI can do this piece. So where does a VA come in? I'll explain that. We keep humans where the relationships are required. So right now, VAs are required to make phone calls to human beings, to build the relationships, to solve problems, to convert, to pull them into to those appointments. AI is not quite right for a lot of use cases right now, but when it requires listening to the nuance of what people are saying, listening to the tonality and changing the conversations based on how the session is going, you need a human really, because AI doesn't is not able to do that right now. So VA should be there to work and to interact with humans and to close your deals. So automate the process, automate the workflow before you hire anyone, because that's the best way to get a lot of return on your investment. So whenever I build AI solutions for my clients, I don't start with where does AI fit. It's all about where are you going to get the most bang for your buck, and where are people doing something every day that a computer could be doing instantly, regardless of whether it's day or night, bank holiday or not bank holiday, different time zones. Everything gets responded to immediately. That's where you get the most return. So I'm Ua. I'm the co-founder of Autori AI. We help HVAC companies um, chase their estimates. You can see chasing estimates is what you need humans to be doing, not AI. AI is not the only way to do it, but the chasing of the estimates, the phone calls, that's done by humans, and then there are other aspects where AI comes in. So if this is something that's of interest, reach out and I'll be very happy to help you. But until next time, keep building, keep winning, and keep making those victories.